Alright, everybody, we are back with more Cabernet. We're going to pick up where we left off last time, and I hope around the middle of Chapter 4. Not quite certain where we were at, but I know it was Chapter 4. So we just, we're doing tours with Roman from the bookstore. But I feel like there's a lot more side quests that I can do, so... And I do love a good side quest. Yeah, let me see what my quest status is. We can check in with the revolutionaries, which is the main quest. We need to meet Elisa, but I need more nihilism to actually talk to her, I think. I'm still working on Arbin's riddle. I was gonna go to the courthouse and check that out. Second set of medical tasks, which we did, so we should be able to check in. And then speak with... So I need to speak with Elisa a lot. Still gotta do piano lessons. We did Roman's stuff as far as we could. The Rusalka we could still try to go do. Let's go over here to the doctor. See if we can claim the reward for our house call. Because that was like 20 coins. That would be super helpful.
It's too dark. I'll break my neck if I walk around here like this.
Come on, Elisa. You're a vampire. You should be able to see in the dark. Don't be like that. That was 12 coins. I thought it was more than that, but that's okay. Can we finish that up?
What? What is it?
Dr. Volkov, I have some questions.
And we'll deal with him later. He's in a mood. Plus, we need to get back to our vessel and sleep before sunrise. So, let's go do that. How much money do we have? 15. We have 15 coins. We will end the day. Where could the cat be this time? Don't know. Alright, let's check. There's a lot of that out of the way. Final town tour, piano lessons. Don't need to do anything with Petra right now. We still gotta speak to Elisa. Third set of medical tasks. Find the cat. Find this. We're gonna go to the courthouse because you have to do that early. We figured that out last time. We should probably actually... I don't know. We can still sprint. We don't need to feed just yet. But I probably need to feed to... Probably need to feed in order to get enough nihilism to actually speak to Elisa. Is a cat in here? No. See if we can find the kitty cat. He wouldn't be on the church, would he? Maybe he's in the graveyard? Nope. Nothing in the graveyard. Alright, well, let's go... I hear somebody in the music school. Maybe we can get our piano lesson out of the way.
Evening, Anastasia.
Lisa, what a sight for sore eyes.
I think I'm ready for the next piece.
Wonderful. Remember, I did warn you, this is a tricky one. Don't be too upset if you don't get it right away.
Okay. Okay. Not too hard. Dang it.
That's not right. Learning from errors is just as important as playing correctly. See, you'll be a virtuoso in no time.
Yeah, this is tricky. There you go. Yeah.
Brava! Lisa!
Yeah, we did it.
I knew you had talent straight away. But honestly, you exceeded all my expectations.
Oh, you flatter me.
No, I'm serious. I think at this point you might need another teacher. Please, feel free to stay and practice though. You're still always welcome to play here, of course. Who could resist looking at your beautiful fingers touching the ivory? Excuse me. I didn't mean it like that.
Well, that would be a real shame. I was hoping you enjoyed looking at them. They're rather soft as well.
They do. I couldn't help but notice when I directed your hand on the keyboard. Well, I must run. There's an errand I have to attend to that I completely forgot about. Please, feel free to stay and practice.
An errand? At this time of night?
Yes, it's a late errand. I'll see you soon. I hope.
You most certainly will, my dear.
Nice.
Good to see you again.
Let's donate to the instrument
So,
fund.
about that instrument fund, I've donated some coins. Here's a little something for the instrument fund.
That's so generous of you, Lisa. Thank you so much.
There's probably a threshold on that. I don't know how many coins you would have to give in order to meet that threshold, but I feel like there's probably, like, once you hit a certain limit, you unlock something. It's usually how that sort of thing works.
That music. It's beautiful. I want to get a closer look. Anastasia is so talented. The music sounds like it's coming from her very soul. She seems so into the music. Best not to disturb her.
Damn it. Ah!
Shh, it's just me.
Goodness. Lisa. I almost fell off. What are you doing here?
I just couldn't help but come up to listen to your beautiful music. I'm sorry I startled you so. I just didn't want to distract you.
It's all right. It was worth it. Well, I suppose I should get back to my creative plight.
Something the matter?
I can't finish this song.
Is it one of your own?
Yes, but every time I try to come up with an ending, nothing seems to work. It all sounds too composed.
Because you're composing it.
Isn't that what you're doing, though?
Well, yes, of course. But that's not how it should sound. Music should feel natural, effortless, not manufactured.
It's been a while since you last composed something, hasn't it?
Yes. For ages, I've not really had the time or the motivation.
So, why are you doing it now?
Well, in no small part, because of your support, Lisa. Let's look at the facts. What do I have in this life? A drunk husband who squanders any earnings he makes from his poetry, and a house that is more like a cavernous tomb.
Well, that's not entirely true. Evgeny, we've turned him around. We've turned him around. We've helped him.
Is that really how you see the sum of your life?
What else is there?
Your music. You should show the world your talent. What I just listened to was beautiful and filled with emotion. It'd be a shame if you deprived the world of that.
You really believe that?
I do. And so should you.
But what about Evgeny? He wants a wife by his side, not a woman who works and tours the country.
Why don't you create something together? He's a writer, you're a composer. Surely the two of you can create something special.
Huh, you're right. I never considered that before. Although sometimes he makes me want to kill him with his insufferable selfishness. There are moments where his brilliance shines through. Perhaps it's worth a shot. Who says we can't work together? If he does get better, that is. Thank you, Lisa. You've helped me put my life back into perspective. I will not forget it. I have a lot to think about now.
Do we kiss her? I ain't no homewrecker.
My dear Anastasia, I'm so happy that our paths intertwined. You are more than just a friend to me. You always will be.
And you to me. It's getting chilly up here. We best head downstairs.
It's true. I should be on my way home. Good night, Anastasia. I'll see you soon.
Oh, so we finished Anastasia's quest. That's cool. Yeah, we were going to City Hall, weren't we? We could go on another tour with Roman, but let's go to the City Hall first, because they apparently close after it gets too late. Something. Oh. Worry about it, lady. It's just a bat. Speaking of, I should probably... Let's go feed while we are here. I wonder if the kitty cat's in the village. We can look while we're over here. Got him. Poor little guy. How much nihilism do I have now? 24. I think I only needed 20 to talk to Elisa in the bookstore. Oh, you're in front of a conscious human. You can't do that. No, you can't do that. Pumpkin in here. Pumpkin's not in here. Pumpkin's not out here anywhere. That's fine. Alright, enough of that. Let's go City Hall. They say you can't fight City Hall, but I'm not trying to fight City Hall. I'm just trying to look around, you know? Any of you people speak?
Town's founding merchants. Those faces look familiar. Have I seen them somewhere before?
Probably. Hey, bud, can I... Oh, look, a statue.
Athena, the goddess of wisdom and warfare. Intimidating, but stunning nonetheless.
So maybe City Hall is not where the,
Arbin's riddle. Let's...
head rests atop the forest's grave. The forest's grave? What? Still eludes me. I don't know what the forest's grave is. Forest's grave. I bet it's a, it's probably on the roof of something, but, like, I haven't been able to find it yet. Forest's grave. Alright, yeah, we were going to the bookstore. We're going to talk to Elisa. We're going to do another tour with Roman.
Nice evening, isn't it? Good evening.
Yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say, boss.
Marusa?
Lisa, it's good to see you again.
Is that the shooting party? Are you a fan of Chekhov?
Didn't expect you to know anything about literature.
Glad to surprise you.
I've studied some of his plays, but reading plays isn't the same as watching them. It made me a bit sad. So, I thought I'd read some of his fiction instead.
Isn't the shooting party a little, crass?
Why? Because it's about murder? I may as well find horrors within the pages, rather than out on the streets. At least this is fiction.
It's fair.
I suppose you have a point. It's quite late. I'm surprised you're here at this hour by yourself.
Don't have much choice if I want to continue my studies. And I have permission to read off the shelves.
So you like to read?
As much as I can, and as often as I can. Which isn't very much with all the work in the fields.
Of course. I know how that feels. I always found it hard to find time to study when I was training to become a physician.
Did you have to manage a farm on top of that?
Oh, well, no.
So, you don't know how I feel.
I suppose not. So, other than Chekhov, what are you reading?
I'm trying to read more politics and social commentaries. It feels like the world is already on a huge course of change, and if I don't prepare, I might blink and be left even further behind.
I see.
In order to survive a harsh winter, you must stock up on your provisions. It feels like it's the same with your mind.
Hmm.
That's very astute.
Is it? It just seems like common sense to me.
You may be surprised how many people don't have that quality. For someone so young, you certainly seem to know what you want.
Working the land is honorable. I don't look down on it. And with more progress, maybe one day my community will get to benefit from their labor the way they should. But in the meantime, what about people like me? People who want something different? Why must it be so difficult to dream of something else, to live the stories, not simply read them in books forever? And I'm lucky to even be able to do that much. Ah, is that the time already? It's later than I thought.
Is something wrong?
I just need to get home. We have to be up before dawn tomorrow to tend the fields. I'm planning on picking some mushrooms one of these evenings. Would you care to join me?
Why me?
It's a chore I can complete quicker with an extra pair of hands. And you're a woman who's managed to achieve her dream. I'd like to know more about how you did it.
Of course. I'll see you soon.
Great. Let's talk more then. But I must go now. Till next time.
Such a headstrong girl. Maybe I could buy her a gift for the next time I see her.
Hey, Roman,
I was
what's
so
up?
hoping you'd stop by.
May I see what you have in stock?
Certainly.
Got all kinds of cool stuff in here, don't we?
Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, here it is. Donate 15 coins. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too much. I thought it would be like 15. Yo, Elisa, what's up?
Lisa, fancy seeing you here. What are you reading?
The Crimes of Bluebeard. Familiar?
He was an occult madman, and a serial killer at that.
Oh, is Bluebeard another name for Gilles de Rais? Because he was a contemporary of Joan of Arc. He was also an occultist, and he was a serial killer.
Indeed. Although I'm having difficulty distinguishing between legend and truth. If he truly did dance with demons, he did a poor job documenting it. Foolish. So much knowledge lost to the shadows.
You'll just have to find it.
Obviously. Enough of this. I require a change of scenery. Accompany me, will you? Wait, I have an idea.
Oh boy.
Race you to the dock.
I don't suppose I have much choice.
None. On your mark, get set, go!
Beacha. Being well fed has its benefits.
I must be out of practice. Quiet out here tonight. As usual.
It's pretty. don't you think?
Oh, very. So dark and inviting. Not that I'd recommend taking a dip.
Yeah, there's a Rusalka out there. I wouldn't recommend it.
Certainly not after Kupala's night.
Mm-hmm. There's an old spirit in this lake. Old and cold and hungry.
Is that right?
Yes. Though they say she prefers the flesh of men, if she gets desperate enough, a sweet young lady such as yourself might suffice.
I'll keep it in mind. It seems what would you call it? Underworld is more expansive than I thought. Vampires, ghosts, Rusalkas.
Underworld. Fitting enough. Although, a little drab, don't you think? Doesn't really capture the romance of it.
I'm not sure I'd call it romantic. We are dead, after all.
Death can be romantic. I must introduce you to Shelley.
Considering my profession, I'm not all that fond of it.
No? I would have thought you might have gained an appreciation for it. Unlife, at least, if not death itself. Or are you dedicated to keeping one foot out of the grave?
Can't I have both?
Greedy.
What can I say? I don't want to compromise if I don't have to. I can appreciate the good parts of both worlds.
Or take advantage of them.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Certain tolerances, so to speak, that are harder to come by in the light. Certain indulgences that can thrive in shadow. I could show you, if you're interested.
Show me.
Oh boy.
Well?
I'm not sure. Show me again.
Pay attention this time. You make a fine companion, Lisa.
You don't sound sure of that.
Yes, well,
What?
it's about my plan. Sunrise and all that. Tell me honestly, do you think me foolish?
I don't. I mean, betting your life on it is a lot, but still,
It's true, yeah.
it clearly is important to you.
Do you say that just to placate me?
No, it's true. That passion is what drew me to you after all.
It's going to be soon. I have almost everything I need.
Have you tested it?
Well, no.
Elisa, I can't stop you, can I?
Of course not. I was sincere about wanting to hear your thoughts. But no, I intend to go through with this. It's far too late to stop.
What about us?
Us?
Before, I thought that...
Ah. I enjoy your companionship, Lisa. Truly. But if there is to be an us, you must know I cannot bear to be caged. I cannot compromise that for anyone.
Right.
Ugh, don't look at me like that.
Like what?
Like you're worried about me. It gives me indigestion.
I can't help how my face looks.
If I tell you something, will you promise not to tell anyone else?
Of course.
How old are you, Lisa?
Huh? I'm 22. Or rather, I suppose I was. Why?
I thought so. You're older than I am. Physically, that is. And a doctor, besides. There were no women doctors when I was a girl. I'm lucky I even learned to read. A good husband wants a wife who can keep a decent conversation, you know? The Countess told me if I came to live with her, I would need no husband. I could even help with her business. She was everything I wanted to be. Intelligent, independent, strong. And in turn, I was young and pretty. Perfect for foistering all her insecurities and hopes on. I was too naive. I didn't even consider what I was giving up. Too late now, of course.
Elisa,
It's not like I even saw the sun that much as a girl. Always inside, sewing and playing piano and running around after little lady what's-her-name. If I saw the sunrise, it was because I was getting up early for someone else. I want to lie in the sun with no one to answer to. For once, to have it all to myself. Not someone's lady-in-waiting or substitute daughter. Just me. Is that selfish?
I don't think so.
Even if it was, I don't care.
What? What is it?
Just me. I wonder. I'm going back to the manor. There's something I need to check.
What?
Thank you for the chat.
Oh boy, we've given her an idea.
And there she goes. That was nice. Don't get yourself hurt, Elisa. Come back to me.
Alright. We need to go... Oh, yeah, there's that. There's Alka's story. Sar.
The smell is...
Let's go over to the weird, or no, that's on the island, isn't it? Yeah, that's on the island. We'll see if, if it'll work, since we just literally just talked to Elisa. See if we can figure it out. Oh, there's a cat. Hey, Pumpkin.
Hello again, stranger. Oh, just listen to that purr.
Do I not have any more treats to give?
Oh, just listen to that purr.
I don't think I have any more treats. Darn. The forest's grave. So this is where the lovers were.
I love listening to what. Hello again.
The little bud returns. Hunting well?
You keep calling me that.
Am I wrong?
Well, no, but... How do you know what I am?
Your kind has a certain smell. Stagnant blood.
If my kind are bats, then what does that make you?
Names. Rusalka will define. Of what shall we speak then?
Did you attack Demian? On Kupala night, he went swimming in the lake. Those odd marks on his leg must have been from your nails.
A rabbit fool enough to run in an open field should expect the talons of a hawk.
In that case, you must have gone hungry that night.
Do not mistake me for your kind. I need not kill to survive.
So then, why?
Are you certain you wish to know?
I wouldn't have asked otherwise.
Then perhaps, yes. Listen well then, little bat. There was once a girl who loved a kind-faced young man from a wealthy family. Though they were yet to be wed, she would meet him as he bathed. So deeply entranced was she. Faithfully she came to him each night, and he would take her across the lake where none would find them. Waiting for the day he would offer her his hand. And she waited, so faithfully, so meekly, till one day as they were on the water, she dared ask how much longer she would wait. And his kind face turned cold, and his sweet voice turned sharp. She begged him to forgive her, but he would not listen. The hand she had so longed to take now reached out and pushed her back. As she sank, her love dissolved along with her name, until they both became one with the water.
So, when you attack young men,
The boy of whom I speak has yet to be fool enough to return to the water, but many have taken his place. Now listen closely, little bat. Though I am fettered, you yet fly free. Thus I charge you, bring me what I could not take, his life and his hand.
Oh boy.
Claim the former and bring me the latter, and you will be handsomely rewarded.
what's his name?
The water has dissolved all names.
Do you remember anything I can use to find him? His height, hair color?
As my last act, I mark his hand as mine, as I'd so long to do. You shall know him from that. Here, may it strike true.
Oh boy.
I'll be waiting, little bat.
Marked his hand as mine. That's not terribly specific. I'll have to do some investigating. As for potential suspects, Trophime certainly doesn't come from wealth.
Yeah.
And I've seen the doctor's hands often enough to rule them both out. Best not approach any of the men in town until I know a bit more. Maybe Arbin will have some ideas. She's privy enough to the town's happenings. I should try speaking with her first.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe it's Oleg, the general store guy. Let's go see if Elisa's down here. She is.
Evening, Lisa. How's Trix?
It's about the Hussar.
About how he won't give me a moment's peace? Trust me, I know.
He knows you're up to something, or rather, the Countess does.
Ugh. Can't he just look the other way? Seriously, would it kill him to look the other way?
I'm not sure he can he? I mean, I don't know a lot about your family's magical contracts, but I assume refusing an order is bad news.
I wouldn't know anything about that nonsense. I make it a habit to distance myself as far as possible from the dealings of my family.
Your father contracted the Hussar to a life, an eternity of serving your family. How can you possibly not care?
It's not that I am completely heartless about my parents' dealings, the few that are even shared with me. But I learned a long time ago that I have to look out for myself, too.
Well, perhaps this is a perfect opportunity to do both. Releasing the Hussar puts an end to his snooping, keeping your establishment safe from the Countess.
Well, when you put it that way, it certainly makes it all a bit more interesting. Let me think. You said serve my family, right? Maybe I can make a counter order.
Does it work like that?
Depends on how it was worded. Really, it'd be better just to break it, but contract magic is an art in and of itself. And Father was a maestro.
But there is a chance it could be broken.
You'd have to figure out the original wording first. If you do, and if you figure out a loophole, let me know.
I will. Thanks, Elisa.
Don't thank me yet. Really, it's not going to be easy. You'll have to excuse me. Arben makes this look so simple.
I'd better report back to the Hussar.
What's this thing on the shelf back here? I'm checking around to see if I missed something in here the first time about, like Forrest's grave or something like that. Forrest's grave, Forrest's grave. I wonder if it's the bookstore. Let's go see. Yes.
Oh, there's something carved into the brick over here.
We got it, finally.
A crude rendition of a head next to the name Antonina. Is this one of the clues from Arben's riddle? Antonina Arhipovna Kovac. That's the solution to the riddle. Or at least the middle part. I should go tell Arben.
What a coincidence. We were on our way to go see Arben. Do we have a deadline on the calendar? That was Kapala night. It doesn't look like I have any definite. Oh yeah, Monday the 1st. So we've still got a few days until the 1st, July. Okay, we can make it happen. Tidy up some side quests. You know how it is. Arben, what's up? Oh wait, let's tell Hussar what's going on first.
Hey, you.
So, I managed to speak with Elisa.
Yes, we did.
How'd it go?
For Elisa's sake, I should try to be discreet. She was holding a gathering of some kind for vampires. Seemed like she wanted to start her own social circles.
Makes sense. I don't blame her for trying to strike out on her own, really.
Are you going to keep stalking her?
Don't have much choice.
Actually, I was talking to Elisa about that.
About what?
Your contract with the Count. If we can figure out how to break it, she might be able to help since she's part of the Count's family.
She said that?
She clearly has little love for these kinds of dealings, and there is some benefit to her if you're no longer on her tail.
That's Elisa, through and through. It's a nice thought, but
Don't you think it's worth trying?
yeah. Not getting my hopes up, though. It's not like it was a complicated contract. I was dying, didn't have much time to negotiate. But in it, he said had to be... what was it? Something about lions.
Not leonine?
Come again?
Like the fable. There's 4 animals hunting a deer, but when the lion goes to carve it up into 4 parts, he gives all the parts to himself. So, a leonine contract is one that only favors one party. I suppose even magic contracts have rules.
Huh. That makes sense. Anyway, point is, there was a condition. Serve my family's house, and in return, we will not meddle in true matters of your heart.
That's oddly specific.
Yes, well, there were reasons.
Which were?
Unimportant.
You don't know that.
I would prefer not to talk about it.
I gathered that, but I still need to know.
Matters of the heart were what got me killed. Well, almost killed. My lover was not so fortunate. He was gone before the Count got there.
He?
Yes, he.
Oh, so you,
Yes.
Ah,
Happy now?
well, it might be useful to know.
Perhaps. It never really came up again. Not really the sort of thing you can force, either. If you think of anything, feel free to let me know. You know how to find me. I gotta figure out what I'm going to tell the Countess.
Matters of the heart. Oh, how infuriatingly vague.
Yo, Arbin, I got news for
Arbin.
you.
You're looking awfully chipper, lovely. Wait, don't tell me.
I think I've got it. Part of it, at least. The 3 clues combine to make a name. Antonina Arhipovna Kovac.
So that's our guide and shrine, is it? I can't say it rings a bell. And I dare say I know most people in this town by now. What was the next part again? Follow them to their final rest.
That wording's strange, don't you think?
Indeed. What exactly are we meant to be following?
Maybe if we start from final rest. That has to be death, obviously.
Cemetery.
Oh,
What? What is it?
of course. One's final rest is in a grave. If we find Antonina's grave at the graveyard...
We'll find the truth. Should we go straight away?
Not tonight. I've waited so long for this. I don't think I'm quite ready yet.
Do you want me there when you're ready?
You're the one who solved the riddle. You deserve to see it through. Of course, you don't have to come. My troubles aren't yours.
Alright, cool. How much money do I have? Okay. Could go try to win some money in the vodka bar. Alright, let's see how we're doing. 3rd set of medical tasks. We could finish up that stuff for Roman by taking the last tour, probably. Shoot. Okay. Have to wait for another time in order to donate. Unless I just can give the money straight to Marusha. We can go see the revolutionaries, but I'd rather not do that right now. I mean, I have a time limit technically on the calendar, but I have other things I want to do, like side quests and stuff, so we're not going to go see the revolutionaries until we absolutely have to. So yeah. Where was I going? Not there, not the forest. Bookstore, that's where I was going. So I came up here. So we're gonna go take that tour with Roman.
Oh!
Lisa, what a lovely surprise.
I wondered if it was a good time to continue our tour. I know I've taken far too much of your time already.
Lisa, please. I take as much enjoyment from our time together as you. Perhaps even more.
Yeah, he's into you, Lisa.
Now the question is, where shall we go?
You're the tour guide, Roman.
You know, the creature you asked about before, the Nav, at the time I knew nothing more than what was in the book. However, I dug a little further and found that we happen to have our very own Nav legend right here in town, on Lover's Island.
How thrilling! I would indeed be most interested to learn more.
It's decided then. We're off to Lover's Island, where tales of our Nav await. Ah, splendid. It's still here.
Is this something you've done before? Tours of Lover's Island for the local townswomen?
Ha! Only for those with a thirst for folklore, who also desire to spend an evening in a cold boat. In other words, never. Though I've made the journey alone many times.
Then I feel lucky to be beside you. Did you say a cold boat?
I did indeed.
So, Lover's Island. Such a curious name.
You will soon come to learn just how curious.
And you say this place has a connection to a nav?
Yes, you see, a Nav is said to arise from a tragic or untimely death. A soul grown hateful towards those who enjoy the life of which they were robbed.
Very cryptic. And who exactly is this nav in question?
Several hundred years ago, this town and its surrounding counties were owned by a cruel lord, a general. The lord's most loyal underling was a man named Dragomir.
Dragomir?
Yes, Dragomir was a native of town, and as such he had been the lord's closest advisor since being gifted with the estate. With all his flaws, Dragomir had been vital in keeping the townsfolk safe from his lord's most vicious acts, redirecting his anger elsewhere.
And the island?
In his youth, Dragomir spent many a long day escaping to the island with his childhood love Elena, far from the eyes of their parents.
So this is an island where lovers elope?
You won't think it's so romantic when you hear the full story.
That's a shame. It is a hauntingly beautiful place for romance to blossom.
That's not to say romance cannot return to these shores.
I look forward to hearing the rest of it. Let's head out.
Ah, we've arrived. Explore at your leisure. What do you have there?
It looks like part of an old oar, preserved in the mud.
We are surely not the first to set ashore here under the cover of darkness. Let us continue the tale. The Lord was known to marry every year, only for his wives to disappear, leaving behind terrible rumours of their demise. When it once again came time for the Lord to take a wife, Dragomir's childhood love, Elena, was a victim of the Lord's desires.
Such evil.
Enough to rival even the darkest of authors' minds. though I'm afraid this is not fiction. Where were we? Oh yes. On the eve of her betrothal to the Lord, Elena plotted with Dragomir to elope together, leaving town and the cruel Lord far behind. They were to meet in the old abandoned house on this island, their secret childhood sanctuary. Now let us continue exploring.
An old bronze candlestick.
Perhaps it is the very same that was lit on that dark night. The Lord held tight patrols around the perimeter of his estate. The only route of escape was across the lake where no guards patrolled. Dragomir held watch duty outside the Lord's chambers that evening. He would have to wait until the dead of night before he could leave unnoticed. He would leave a boat for Elena to row to the island after dusk, where she would light a single candle in the window as a sign of her arrival.
A beacon of hope on the darkest of nights.
Dragomir would meet her there, and the two would sail together to the opposite shore, where a horse and freedom awaited.
To risk one's life for love.
Would you do the same?
For the right person, yes, I believe I would.
Then this right person you speak of should consider themselves lucky beyond compare.
Would you?
Even if love were not a factor, I would do so, just to help her escape a cruel and undeserved fate. Though I am somewhat mistrustful of horses.
They bite. You can't trust them. They bite.
Let us continue.
An abandoned house.
I believe it predates the Nav legend. A hermit is said to have lived here during the Dark Ages. The hour approached, and Dragomir crept from the door of his lord's chambers, making for the lake. He arrived at the shore to see Elena's boat was absent. As to be expected, she must be awaiting him on the island.
All according to plan, thus far.
He rowed through the dark water. As he drew nearer, a light became visible, flickering on the island. Dragomir reached the shore and ran to the doors of the house, his heart filled with joy.
This isn't going to go the way he expects, is it?
Dragomir flung the door open to find no sign of Elena, just a solitary candle burning upon the windowsill.
Haunting.
Quite.
It appears to be some kind of blade.
Yes. I'd say a spear tip. The remnant of a bloody deed, perhaps. The tale continues. The door to the house suddenly slammed shut, followed by the sound of a large bolt sliding into place and a familiar voice. "You dare try to flee with that which is mine?" The Lord spoke, and Dragomir's eyes filled with horror.
I have a suspicion they aren't getting on that horse.
"Now you will burn," spoke the Lord, and with that the house was ablaze. Dragomir screamed in anguish as the cabin was engulfed. On any approach to the windows, the spears of the Lord's men would greet him. He was trapped. Dragomir burned to death in this very house, betrayed by his love through fear.
I doubt that. He probably hid in the basement, because we know Dragomir survived.
And what of her?
Elena was wed to the Lord that very morning, the scent of Dragomir's burning flesh still clinging to the Lord's beard as they kissed. Her fate after that day is unknown.
Well, I suppose she did break a sacred oath of marriage to the Lord. Such things rarely go unpunished.
What a peculiar stand you take on that point. Fair enough.
And with that, I'm assuming, a Nav was born. One who knows only hatred, pain, and despair.
Well, yes, according to the local residents, though I find the reality far more comforting.
Which is?
That Dragomir's suffering ended that night when his body could no longer take the flame.
You truly believe them to be tales?
I believe all folk tales have a root in reality. The often brutal conditions of our world cause such unspeakable suffering. This makes us look beyond our physical confines to find solace and justice in the magical.
Perhaps there is more truth in some of these tales than you realize.
What do you mean, Miss Morozova?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't tell him.
I suppose I have seen things that make me less skeptic.
I would be eager for you to share these things when you are ready.
Yes, I may.
Lisa, I'd tour the world if it could be in your company, but it may be for the best that this is our last. I fear people will start to gossip if they see us alone together another night.
I understand. Thank you, Roman, for giving me the pleasure of your company these few nights.
And thank you, Miss Morozova, for indulging every word of my old tales. Now allow me to play chaperone one last time and return you to the mainland.
Yeah, we're already with Elisa. We're not gonna cheat on Elisa to be with Roman.
Of course.
Uh-oh. Maybe we can go see what the final medical tasks are for the doctor before we retire for the evening. The doctor's still sulking. Looks that way. Blood research, purchase a blood sample, conduct experiments. Oh, okay. We get 40 coins if we can finish that. Oh.
Pumpkin, Petya.
Oh, Lisa, you're back. Thank goodness. Although I'm rather embarrassed to have you see me in such a state.
Are you hurt?
Not exactly. It isn't painful, but I fear my legs are shattered. Serves me right for using porcelain instead of wood. If you wouldn't mind.
Here you go. You poor thing. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm trying not to be too self-pitying, but it's one thing after another with this body. So many things I used to take for granted. I only wanted to sell my dolls. Lisa, could you tell me something? Why did Elisa bring me back?
She felt guilty for causing your death, however accidentally.
She accidentally brought me to a party full of vampires?
I don't think she intended to let them kill you. Just drink your blood a bit. I know it's hard to believe, but it really was an accident. That's why she was so desperate to revive you.
I see.
Hmm.
What is it?
Well, I was wondering, if Matilda had suffered such an injury before now, what would you have done?
Well, I suppose I would have cast new legs. I kept the original molds after all.
And where might those molds be now?
Oh, I'm not sure. I suppose whoever took on my belongings after my death, most likely my family. And in that case, there's a good chance my father discarded them.
We should try anyway. It can't hurt.
Yes. Perhaps Mother convinced him to hold on to them, or perhaps he hasn't had the time.
Did he dislike your craft so much?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
In any case, I'll give you their address. Perhaps if you suggest you were a client who had purchased Matilda.
I'll do what I can. You've
Pumpkin.
certainly made yourself comfortable. Well, since you're already here, you are welcome to stay. I could use another friend. Well, in that case, welcome home. I'm sure the doctor won't mind. I feel like it's one of those situations where it's better to seek forgiveness rather than permission. You'll be well behaved, won't you?
We completed the cat's quest. Alright, let's see. Gotta write a letter to Petya's parents. Roman's done for now. Find Marussia. Opersar. Yeah, we gotta ask Arbin about the Rusalka. Okay.
Let's see. Well, first, to whom should I address it? How should I introduce myself? I should offer my condolences here. Should I go into more detail about him? Now, about the doll. There. I just need to sign off. Perfect. Signed and sealed. Now, I just need to put it into a mailbox on the main street and hope for the best.
Hopefully the parents will comply. Alright, let's end this day. I guess Arbin's ready for the search now.
There's my handsome boy. You know, Pumpkin, you are without a doubt the most content individual I've ever met. I wonder how old you are. Cats already live such short lives. I know. I shouldn't dwell on such sad thoughts, but it just seems unfair. I'd miss you terribly if anything happened to you. That is, unless. You know, I reckon you'd make an excellent vampire. What do you think? Certainly something to consider in the future, isn't it, Pumpkin? Oh, he started drooling. Ugh, not on my hand.
Go to the town cemetery with Orban. Yeah, alright.
I can't go out there like
yeah.
this. I'm not deep.
Maybe change out the nightgown first. Haven't leveled up yet. Alright, so vodka bar on July 1st. We gotta check mail. We gotta drop off mail. Check on some medical tasks. Alright. Maybe we can... I don't know. Maybe we can talk to Dr. Volkov.
What? What is it?
Doctor, is this a good time?
For what, dear?
If it's all right, I'd like to hear what happened to your daughter after the higher society intervened. Did you ever get to see her again?
Very well. I suppose it's time to finish this story. You see, despite my orders, I found it impossible to keep away from Sophia. I knew that going against the higher society directly might put her in danger, so I kept an eye on her from the shadows and watched as she grew into a young lady. I even attended her wedding.
How did you manage that?
There may have been a particularly nosy bat in the registrar's rafters that day. She was so beautiful, so happy. I couldn't help but speak to her telepathically that evening and tell her how proud I was of her. She thought it was a sign of approval from the heavens, that I was sending a message to her from beyond the grave. In a sense, she wasn't wrong. Over the years, I followed her around while treating patients as a traveling doctor. I wanted so desperately to reach out and tell her that her papa was still here, that I kept watch over her all this time. All I desired was to touch her sweet face and kiss her forehead one more time.
You were a wonderful father to her.
I'm not so sure myself, but thank you, dear. It means a lot. She was my child, my only one.
Did you ever get to reunite?
In the last few years of her life, I'd set up a local practice, feeling rather certain that she would stay here in town. Her husband had died some years earlier, and her children had left to find their fortune. One night, someone knocked on my door, and there she was. I'd made a point of avoiding treating her in the past, lest she remembered me, but this visit took me by surprise.
And did she recognize you?
No, she barely recognized herself. In her old age, she had become feeble both mentally and physically. Her neighbors had found her wandering around in her nightdress, claiming to be tending the roses. They brought her to me to see if anything could be done. Realizing it was finally safe to do so, I took Sophia in and fitted out a room with a new bed and that vanity. My little girl was living under my roof once again, and I was determined to ensure she'd pass into the next world comfortably.
It must have been so difficult to see her like that.
Of course it was, but it was also a blessing that allowed me to spend her final moments together again. Over the next few years, I kept Sophia alive and well. I fed her, bathed her, clothed her, and comforted her at night when she awoke from a nightmare. I told her stories of Boris the Bat, a creature that followed a beautiful princess all its life and made sure she came to no harm. In this way, I was able to share what I'd done her whole life without admitting who and what I was. On her last night of life, I made sure to brush her hair with extra care and place a soft blanket over her when she was under the sheets. I stroked her face and kissed her forehead, and in that moment she looked at me and said, "Papa?" And then she slipped into her eternal slumber. I like to think she knew, at the very end, that her papa was still there, keeping her safe, that he never left her, and that he would always carry her in his stilled heart. And so, that is why I have a vanity in that room, Lisa. I couldn't bring myself to change it after she left. I hope you don't mind.
Of course not. I'm just happy you got to spend those final moments with your child. Thank you for sharing your story with me, Doctor. You don't know how much it means for me to hear it.
You deserved to know, dear. You know, I don't think I've told it to anyone in full like that before. And I must admit, it felt good to share it with someone.
I'm honored.
Now, if you don't mind, Lisa, I'd like to spend some time by myself. The older you get, the quicker one gets emotional, you see.
Of course. I'll see myself off. Have a good evening.
And you, dear.
Okay, well. We should probably go feed. That would be a good idea. Check the mail, since we're already here, though.
No mail for me this time. A letter from Roman.
Okay.
A handwritten note. Who could this be from? She must be talking about the ritual. I should go and see her.
Oh, we cut that one close.
Get away from me!
Didn't appreciate that, huh? Alright, let's see, see if we can find any bunny rabbits. Marusha, no. Right in front of Marusha. Yeah, I don't have time for that right now, Marusha. Sorry. We'll pick mushrooms another time. Gotta go check on Elisa. Gotta go check on my bae.
You came. Good.
You're really going through with this then?
How many times do I have to say it? There. That should be everything.
It reminds me of that night with Matilda.
It's not dissimilar. And just like then, I'll need something I care about. A gift from my late father. I've had it on my person since, well, since I received it. It should be a fine vessel for my spirit.
Spirit? Not soul?
Sweet Lisa, you don't truly think we have souls, do you? Our eternal souls, if they ever existed, are long forfeit. I speak of something more essential. That which makes us, whatever that is. The art of necromancy deals in exactly that. Something that squirms in our cold flesh, yet can be teased out and captured. That is what I speak of. I'll catch mine within this amulet, and from there, I'll carry this corpse into the sunrise, and I will watch it. Then, I'll retreat to the shade and resume full control over my body. Et voilà.
That sounds fascinating. How did you come up with it?
It's the same basic principle as raising the dead, but applied to a spirit that hasn't yet passed on. All right.
Be careful, won't you?
Of course I... There. An extra protection rune, just for you.
Appreciated.
I can't wait to tell you all about it.
Promise?
Promise. I should get started, and you need to get back before sunrise. I'll see you on the other side.
All right then. A lot of interesting things happening. Now we need to get back. Actually, I'm pretty sure I need to drop that letter off, which I should be able to do. Is it in front of the general store? Yeah, it's probably in front of the general store.
Letter to Petya's parents sent, and now we wait.
Now we wait. Now we wait. See if they're gonna send us the molds for Matilda's legs or not.
And how are you doing today? Just listen to that purr.
Should buy some more treats. Ready to end this day. Alright, so we got a few more days we can go, oh, we got new mail. let's go deal with Marusha, that way she leaves the forest and I can hunt in peace again.
No mail for me this time.
Well, we're already here, we may as well, oh yeah, my vampire level went up, didn't it? Let's see. Science and logic is, I think it's maxed out at 25, but it's really more like 22 because, this dress gives the, like, +3 to the attribute. Oh, Petya.
Petya, look what I have.
Ah, could that be?
They sent them. No, not just them. Goodness, look at all of this.
Did they write anything?
Yes. Here you go.
My thanks. Oh, this is Mother's handwriting.
Dear Elizaveta, thank you for your letter and your kind words. They were a great comfort to me. It is heartening to know dear Petya had such a kind friend, and that his life's work is in the hands of someone who will care for it properly. I've included what I could find of the materials used in that doll's creation. I hope it is of some use to you in her maintenance. If it is not too much trouble as a mother, I would ask that you continue to treat her kindly. Please do not hesitate to write should you need anything else. Yours faithfully, Daria.
Mother.
I'll busy myself setting up the materials. This should only take a minute. Shall we get to work?
Yes. Let's. We'll need some water. And for the kiln, I'm sure we can make do with the heating implements in the doctor's study.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
You are a doctor, after all.
And there.
Moment of truth.
Wow.
It worked! Oh, Lisa, thank you!
Careful now. Don't overexert yourself.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Alright, so Matilda's legs are fixed. Let's go see Marusha. We'll go see Marusha and then Arbin if we've got time after that. Might be able to sneak a sip before we interact with Marusha. So many places to go, so many people to see. So much to do. Doesn't look like there are any bunnies anyway.
Ah, Lisa, is that you? Gosh, you look pale. Are you eating well? Maybe you need these mushrooms more than I do.
Hello to you too.
Yes, yes, good evening. What I get for expressing concern.
Are you ready to find some mushrooms?
Indeed. I want my basket to be full by the end of the night.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Interesting. Chanterelles. Those go right in the basket. Some people like to boil them before cooking, but that only makes them lose their taste and texture. Got to wash them properly, though. They can get quite dirty. Let's take a look. This one's called Satan's Bullet for a reason, so that's a no. What should I do with this one? Oyster mushrooms. That's a great find. Can be great for health reasons, as long as you don't eat them raw.
I've walked these woods so many times. I feel that I know them like the back of my hand.
Is that comforting to you?
It's actually suffocating. As a young girl, I loved coming here. Everything seems so much bigger. Now, the world here feels smaller, and nothing surprises me. Especially when I know there is so much else out there to explore.
I saw your efforts on the violin. Do you want to be a musician?
I'm not sure. I love music, but also the sciences and history and so much more.
Do you always get so philosophical when foraging?
This is nothing. You should have seen me when I once ate the wrong mushroom. A tough lesson was learned that day.
I guess we're going deeper in.
What should I do with those? This one's a brown birch bullet. Not only do they taste amazing, but they're also a rather peculiar mushroom. They can form a special bond with the birch roots and exchange nutrients with them. Is something wrong?
I just saw a vision of myself doing this in 30 years' time. The same patch of forest, the same mushrooms in my basket.
You really fear staying here, don't you?
Wouldn't you? The world is so fast, and this town is so small.
Why don't you leave then? Your family are no longer serfs. You're not bound to the land.
With what money? For someone supposedly so smart, you show your lack of common sense sometimes, Lisa. Serfdom is only gone in name. In reality, we work the same amount with little more to show for it.
So, how will you get out of here?
That I'm still working on. But I'm hopeful one day it'll happen. Come, my basket is nearly full. But we can squeeze a little more in here.
It's not that one, that's Amanita.
Honey fungus. Oh, I used to love them as a child. Those guys always grow in a group and look so cute together. Let's take a look. This one's called Satan's Bullet for a reason. What should I do with this one? Oyster mushrooms. That's a great find. Can be great for health reasons.
There you go.
That's it. My basket is full to burst. How's your haul?
See for yourself.
Not bad. Didn't think a city girl would know her mushrooms.
Science, Marusha.
I'm full of surprises. Here you go.
Are you sure? I know I said you're here to help me with my chore, but you did pick them yourself.
I'm sure your family will make much better use of them.
Thank you.
It wasn't really about the mushrooms for me, you know? I just wanted to go on a stroll with you. You're good company, Marusa.
I don't really know what to say. Thank you. That means a lot. We should head back. Thank you for doing this, Lisa. It was actually nice having some company. A welcome change from the usual. With your help, I now have more time for my studies tonight. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Enjoy the mushrooms, Marusa. We'll speak again sooner rather than later.
Nice.
Ooh, so bright.
Yeah, this is Amanito.
The infamous Amanita. Everybody's warned about how dangerous those are since they're little children. Let's find something that's actually edible.
Yeah, let's. Oh, I think we picked them all already. But it's cool that you could come in here and farm mushrooms and make money. That's useful.
Ooh. The infamous let's find some.
That might be all the edible mushrooms. Like I said, I think we picked them up already during the quest. Ooh, bunny. Got him. Sorry, little guy. But I can run again. Alright, so we took care of Maruzia. I've got a copy of the book. I just have to give it to her. We're good with Petya for now. We can go visit Roman. I gotta help. I gotta talk to Arbin. I gotta talk to Arbin regardless. So let's go see Arbin.
What is this?
It's a bat. You never seen a bat before? Oh. A lot of people outside the salon. Oh, hey, Evgeny, what's up?
Hey, Lisa.
There's something I wanted to discuss with you privately.
Say no more. Let's head to my study.
We'll get topped off real quick.
Lisa, what a nice... I'll see you soon.
And the light will await you and me, await you and me.
Damn it. Came too close. What is my relationship with Evgeny looking like nowadays? 67, that's no big deal. I wonder if Anastasia's home or if she's at the music school, because I can go donate those coins. If that is the case. She's in the bedroom. Because if she's not here, she's in the music school. No, she's at the music school.
is this?
That's down in the lower part of the town. Can move really fast right now, though.
Hello, dear.
So, about that instrument fund, I've donated some coins.
Alright, so we need to donate.
Here's a little something for the instrument fund.
That's so generous of you, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Evening, Anastasia.
Lisa, what a sight for sore eyes.
So, about that instrument, I've donated some coins. Here's a little something.
That's so generous. Good to
There's
see
3
you
more
again.
coins. Do I even have 3 coins? I do.
So, I've donated some. Here's a little.
That's so generous. Lisa.
So, I've donated. Here's a little.
That's so generous.
Evening, Anastasia.
Lisa. What?
So, I've donated some coins. Here's a little something for the instrument.
That's so generous of you, Lisa.
There we go. And we've still got some coins, it looks like. I don't know how that worked, but... Alright, Arbin.
Hello, Lisa.
How are you feeling, Arbin? Ready to explore the graveyard?
Thanks for waiting, dear. Yes, I'm ready. Let's head out. Here we are.
So, what do we do now?
Well, I'm assuming one of those graves must be what we're looking for.
Makes sense. Let's have a look around and see if there are any matches with the riddle answer.
Surely it couldn't be this giant one right here in the foreground.
You found it. Nice job, Lisa. But what now?
Maybe there's something, yeah.
Look, Arbin.
There you go,
A keyhole. I think you know what to do next.
There goes my earring. Winged truth, reveal thyself. Shall we?
Let's do it.
That's the spirit, my dear.
Cool hidden crypt.
I should have brought a lantern.
I've got one right here.
Resourceful. I like it. What do we have here?
Well,
you can see for yourself. I need some air.
Is it a prank?
it's a note addressed to Arbin.
Arbin, I doubt you remember me or much at all of our meeting. I barely remember it either. Sometimes I thought it might have been a bad dream until I came across a portrait of you all these years later. I feel I owe it to you to at least record what I do know of that night. I was young, only barely turned myself, and thirsty. There was a bonfire. I remember the orange light shining in your hair. I only meant to have a sip. I'm sorry. I almost killed you. I didn't want you to die. You were so beautiful and so clever. You didn't deserve to be killed by someone like me. So I turned you. I know I should have stayed. I was scared and stupid. I'm sorry. Even now, I'm too much of a coward to talk to you. I've been watching you, trying to work up the courage. I had the access to my friend's tomb and created the riddle to give me more time. I know I should want to talk to you. I should want to help you. I want...
There's a large ink blot here. and some water stains. Tears. It continues afterwards.
Sorry, I don't expect you to forgive me. I never wanted any of this. You're thriving even though I wasn't there. I'm glad. I'm so very glad.
The writing is getting messier and messier.
I'm sorry if you're reading this letter that my plan didn't work. I was supposed to be here to meet you, but every day it gets a bit harder not to greet the sunrise. I'm sorry. Be well, Arbin. Kinbish.
You're all ready to go then?
I'm sorry. That was...
Don't be. I should have known it was pointless. I already knew he was a coward from the moment he ran away. Why would that have changed? But to go and Ugh. You know what, lovely? I think we earned a drink. Would you care to join me?
That's an excellent idea.
Indeed. But this time, not at the salon. Let me think. You know, I've met so many vampires who say they miss the sun. I don't get it. Just look at the sky now. Millions of little suns. Who could grow tired of that? Shall we toast, lovely?
To the stars.
Sic itur ad astra. Not what you meant, I know, but it feels fitting.
That's Latin. Thus one journeys to the stars. I didn't know you'd read Virgil.
I had something of a classics phase. Oh, some 50 years ago now.
Time to get out of here. Actually, what are we doing on quests? We still gotta do that. We have July the 1st. It has to be done. Check on Elisa. Third set of medical tasks. Hussar. I gotta go visit Roman. There's a lot of people that require our time. This might be a good spot to leave off for this particular installment, because it's gone on for a significant amount of time, and it seems like we've still got plenty of stuff to do between now and the 1st. So yeah, so that should make for another episode. Let's save the game.
And now that I know who the vanity used to belong to, I like it even more.
Alright, well. Alright, well. We will see where we go from here next time. Just still doing side quests, it looks like. We've still got a few days where we can do the side quests before we have to do the main quest again. So maybe we try to go to the forest more often so we can get mushrooms to sell, and yeah, that would probably be a good way to help make a little bit extra money instead of trying to rely on gambling to do it. But yeah, if you stuck around this long, I very much appreciate it. Hopefully it was interesting seeing how these characters developed, getting some more backstory on them, and maybe you get a little bit of satisfaction from me completing these side quests. But yeah, come back next time. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of the same thing. Thank you.